The Wacom CD has a ground-driven manure spreader for rent. This video will walk you through how to use and clean the spreader when you rent it.
So this is the manure spreader, and in this video I'm going to walk you through all the different parts of the piece of equipment so you can use it successfully during your rental. The manure spreader can be pulled using this clevis hitch on a truck, a tractor, or an ATV. Once you have the equipment attached to your vehicle of choice, you go back to the jockey wheel and you're going to use this pin to pull the entire wheel off. And if you're using a tractor to load and spread, you're going to keep this jockey wheel next to your pile for easy access. Or if you are attaching the manure spreader to a truck and it'll be attached to that for the whole time, you can just set this jockey wheel on the Conservation District trailer to not lose it. Before you start driving the spreader around, let's go over some of the levers and moving parts that will be helpful to know. The lever on the front is the on-off for the paddles that spread the manure. In the upright position is off. Lowering it is on. Once you have the manure spreader in the on position, you cannot go faster than 6 miles per hour, and you cannot go in reverse. If you need to go in reverse while you're spreading manure, you need to get off your tractor, put the equipment back into off, and then you can get back on and go in reverse. At the back of the manure spreader is a lever that helps you determine your manure application rate. There's a fast, medium, and slow paddle speed. The fast paddle speed puts out the most amount of manure, and the slow paddle speed puts out the least amount of manure. The manure spreader is ground driven, so as you're driving, these chains and these bars will move backwards, causing your manure to run into the paddles that are spreading the manure in your pasture. Between loads of spreading manure, it's important to check in between the spreader wall and the gear for rocks that might be caught. If rocks are caught in this space, it's important to remove them, otherwise it can cause the chain to jump off its track. When you're spreading manure, if you're finding that the paddles are not spinning, you might have a jam. So you'll have to dig out the manure from the back of the spreader, and you want to check to see if there's any rocks stuck in these gears or under any of the parts of the chain. Below the paddles is a fines tray. This tray catches manure as you're driving around before you're ready to spread it on the fields. When you're all done spreading though, this fines tray will be full of manure. There's going to be a pin on each side, and you want to release that pin and pull the lever, and this will empty the fines tray. If you haven't used the manure spreader before, or you're unsure about how soggy your manure pile is, it's good to get a couple scoopfuls to assess your pile, and maybe only fill the spreader a scoop or two full with your tractor before committing to the whole 2.5 cubic yards.
Using the lever on the back right of the machine, select how much manure you want to spread per pass. Don't forget to stay below 6 miles per hour.
When you're all done using the manure spreader, it's best if you wash it off immediately so the manure doesn't dry and cake onto the spreader.
Thanks for renting with us. When you are all done spreading, here are the steps for cleaning the equipment. Rinse with a hose or power washer. The brush is provided in the gray bin attached to the trailer. Make sure to get to the underside, as manure can stick to the lower bars. Brush the paddles and tires as well. When you're all done washing the machine and brushing it, you're going to want to come in with the oil and apply it liberally like so. Paint it on there real nice and thick. The oil is really nice because it helps prevent rust on this machine. So we just use old car oil and brush it all along the chains. We've also got some chains up here on top. And same thing, you're going to want to get a nice big dab of oil and just paint the top like so.
So when the manure spreader is ready to be picked up by the Conservation District, it's really helpful if you can have the spreader lined up with the trailer so that when we come by and attach the winch to it, we can pull it right on.